most anticipated releases of the year is here on a 4K Steelbook. It's the 35th anniversary of Night of the Living Dead, Tom Savini's remake of George Romero's classic. This time it is the uncensored version of the film that nobody had ever seen before, with more gore, alternate scenes, stuff we'd never seen. So yes, if you watch this version, I'll tell you up front, if you think you've seen the movie, you've not quite seen it, because there is extra minutes or extra seconds of gore and whatnot, and some completely different scenes that you didn't see, or some alterations of scenes. So it's very much worth checking out. I was a fan of the original, so I went back and watched this. Basically, it's, if you've never seen this for whatever reason, Barbara and her brother go to visit their mother's grave, and it just so happens to coincide with the time that zombies or the dead's coming back to life for reasons that nobody really knows. Barbara ends up at a farmhouse with a bunch of people, one of them being played by Tony Todd, who was reprising the role of Ben, which was the classic original lead. And you watch them as they try to survive the night with zombies trying to invade the house. It's Tom Savini, so therefore you get a bunch of gore, and you get some great gore. You get some very interesting characters, and there is some changes from the original black and white version. Now, this also being the uncensored version is Tom Savini's original vision, so the movie starts off on that version in black and white and makes its way to color. So it's great stuff. It looks great here on 4K. I will say, I didn't necessarily hate the old Twilight Time blue version, but the one I had been going to all this time has been like a bootleg version. I had no reason to have the bootleg now, because you got this, and this is great. We'll go ahead and get the old card here out the way, which shows you everything that comes on this version. The 4K Ultra HD disc has a theatrical uncensored version, archival commentary, the theatrical and uncensored version, Blu-ray disc, theatrical and uncensored version, commentary, archival commentary, a bunch of stuff here. We'll say this much: the actual digital code that comes in it, though, only redeems the regular version, does not redeem the unrated version. But when you get to the actual Steelbook, this is what you get: the original theatrical poster. I remember this thing hanging in my video store when I was a kid, and kind of wish I had that, actually. But the Steelbook is not real shiny. It's not glossy. It's got like a matte feel to it, which means it kind of does, you don't get as much smearing of the hands on there. There is Fate Worse Than Death here, I guess. There is the disc. There is your 4K disc. And here is your Blu-ray disc, which, I mean, unless you just want to look at the art, which is why I'm trying to do this, probably have no reason to ever take that out. That's what the back of the case looks like. Great effects. It, as odd as it's going to be probably to say, I like the original Night of the Living Dead, but this one, to me, is by far superior, just because it's more modernized for the time, 1990. Probably the best horror film in 1990. And I said that offhand without even taking into comprehension what might have come out in 1990. I'd have to go look. But I give this one a 4 out of 5. New version is amazing to watch. If you've never seen it, this whole release is amazing to watch. So pick this up if you love this movie. This is the version you want to own. I hope they do more stuff like this, but this is like this is something you probably never really knew you wanted till you had it, because I remember hearing rumblings of a version that Tom Savini wanted to release, and here it is, and they went all in for it. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, maybe the release of the year so far. It's hard to say. It's up there. It's Night of the Living Dead 1990, a near perfect film, and now a new version to watch of that film. So pick it up.